Brian Kohberger was trying to talk to his mom in court as he was leaving. Can you just tell us, because obviously he decided not to speak, and so can you tell us about this moment? Was he able to talk to his mom? What were you able to see?
There was a couple of different occasions there, Kira, where Brian Kohberger would come into the courtroom and he would immediately sort of address his mother and his sister Amanda, who were sitting right in the front. And that was often a greeting with a smile. The second time after break, he came back in, tried to address his mother again, sort of mouthed some kind of greeting. But then at the end, when it was all over, when he had been sentenced to 4 consecutive life sentences, he was, sort of being scrambled around to get out of the courtroom, addressing his lawyers, and it was as if he was trying to, communicate with his mother in that moment. There was this other striking difference that stood out to me as well, Kira, as they were going through the sentencing, as Bill Thompson was showing the photos of each of the victims, people started crying. The people in the courtroom were sobbing. And I noticed that Brian Kohberger's sister, Amanda, started to sink lower and lower in her chair. And when I looked over, I saw Kaylee Goncalves' sister, Olivia, who gave a fiery rebuke of Brian Kohberger. As Brian Kohberger's sister sank lower, Olivia sat straighter. Her spine was straight. It was like she was growing in strength and confidence throughout that moment. It was startling. It was shocking. The Goncalves family here is coming out. And do you guys want to come on? I'm on live TV right now. Do you want to come talk?
This guy was arrogant. He thought women were beneath him. So I thought it was fitting that Olivia just chopped him up in pieces.
She sure did.
Statements.
Yeah, to say that his defense team was women. Mm-hmm.
And the idea that had he not approached them in their sleep, the Kaylee would have stood up.
Yep.
And she came up next, and I made eye contact with him, and he was enraged. He was just enraged. So, mission accomplished. We can move on now. We said what we needed to say, and hopefully, people understand where we came from, and we fade back onto back on the property, and things will get back to normal.
Moving on, though, you and I were just texting about how it's never really over.
No, it's not. It's not. I mean, it's there's a sense that we can put behind us, and it's been a big piece that we haven't been able to put behind us for so long. So that big piece, him getting shipped off to prison, but with that did come a new can of open worms with the new stuff that we learned from the investigators. America needs to hear it, that the details are far more horrific than anybody ever imagined.
Really new information, Kira, from Steve and Christy Goncalves, that their daughter, we now know, was stabbed 34 times that night, and that someone else was stabbed more. That gives you an idea of the brutality of this murder scene, Kira.